the end of life, the total and permanent cessation of all the vital functions of an organism.
Well, I always thought death was Northview, but...
No, death is not always a terrible thing, but people usually take it that way. It sometimes is a really happy thing if you think about it.
Why would you say something like that? That's an evil thing to say. And can you take off that stupid mask? You look stupid.
Haven't you heard of Peter Goldsworthy? His poems on death are the death of me.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Isn't he the one that sold over 400,000 copies of poetry and short stories in his hometown, Australia?
Yeah, but he was born specifically in Midlandton, Australia, and he also won major literary prizes across many genres, including poetry, short stories, novels, plays, and opera.
Okay, enough with his life story. What's your point?
Oh yeah, sorry. He made this poem about my favorite subject.
Let me guess. Is it death?
How did you know?
Oh my gosh, because you're dead. Quit getting off track.
Oh yeah, sorry again. His poem is called The Dark Side of the Head.
Okay. Yes, OMG. I remember that poem. That poem was so depressing and it expressed a lot of loss.
Yeah, I know, but you know he used death to sort of symbolize stuff, right?
No, I thought he used a lot of metaphors and similes, like when he says, but one world, only seamless, like the small curved universe is painted on the Grecian urns.
He does, but he also used connotation and denotation when he talks about death. The symbolism is in his connotation. He uses his own definition of the word. This shows us how he feels about death.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Like when he says, I might just catch the edge of right side visual field, as if there is no dark side of the head.
Yeah, I think you're getting the hang of it. Now, what does he mean by that?
He means that he looks at death and it's like not something to be afraid of, rather than looking at it as an event of being sad or depressing.
You're great at this, Mia. How could you hate it? You're so awesome.
Actually, this is getting pretty interesting.
Yes, I love it. Do you want to learn more about death?
No, but now that you told me, I've become a little more interested in this whole poem stuff.
Well, that's good because we're going to the Poem Museum.
Okay, sounds like fun! Wow, this little museum is kind of nice. Oh wow, look, poets. Wow, this is the poem that we saw in the beginning.
And Peter Goldsworthy.
Yeah! Look, oh wait, there's connotation, wow.
Figurative language.
Yeah, wow, look at this text!
Do you see anything else that interests you?
No, not yet. What about you?
Actually, I just did.
Where?
Here.
Is it about death?
Actually, yes.
Why am I not surprised at all?
Hush, and look at this. A poem that goes on, and it's all about
Death!
Well, not exactly. The description says it's also about illness and the strength of words to create a cure. It's powerful and an inspiration at the same time.
Well, how come one of the sentences says, my blackened fingers make things round, you plump as a fruit just pluck. If that's not a simile about death, turning into life, I don't know what is.
Just look at it. This poem is by a wonderful poet. His name is Kwame Dowes. Have you ever heard of him?
Nope, but I'm guessing you're going to tell me now.
He's really cool. I followed him on Twitter.
Would you just tell me about the man?
Fine. He was born in Ghana, Africa. He usually uses reggae music and reggae artists to help write his poetry because he finds them influential.
Does he only write poetry?
He also writes fiction, nonfiction, and plays. He's an artist too.
Where'd you find all this information?
Twitter. He's a professor now, though.
Stalker or no?
I am not, but back to business. Do you want to practice your connotation and denotation skills? I know you have an EOCT coming up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That doesn't sound like a responsible honors student to me.
Alright, I get it. Just tell me the stuff.
That's what I like to hear.
So this here says, with the press of my palms healed, I caress the bald glow of your head.
And what does that mean?
That means that it's denotation because he is actually holding the person like he's mourning for their loss.
Good job. I think you've got the hang of it.
Okay, can we do something less depressing now?
Let's go get ice cream.